Bună ziua tuturor, bine ați venit la Celebrity Talk, seria de podcasturi dedicate personalităților care vizitează Universitatea de Vest din Timișoara. Îl avem alături de noi pe Orhan Pamuk, laureat al Premiului Nobel în anul 2006. Începând de astăzi este parte a comunității academice a Universității de Vest din Timișoara. Astăzi a primit titlul de Doctor Honoris Causa. Este o zi cu totul și cu totul specială pentru Timișoara și pentru comunitatea academică din Timișoara. Suntem așadar onorați și bucuroși că putem face acest podcast. Este alături de noi, desigur, și profesorul Marilen Pirtea, rectorul Universității de Vest din Timișoara. Mr. Pamuk, welcome. Thank you for accepting our invitation. Mr. Rector, thank you for being today with us.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
So, I'm going to shoot the first arrow, if I may say so. Mr. Pamuk, so I think in 2006, right, Time magazine named you one of the 100 most influential persons in the world, right? How can a writer actually be so influential in a world in which politicians rule the world?
First of all, it's that the sweet thing that the Time magazine decided that I'm so influential, but it's something that you can never calculate, you can never plan your life for. My joy of writing fiction and novels and the joy of literature is based on irresponsibility, not representing a nation, a group, nor giving answers to problems of humanity. But for me, art and literature is first self-expression. I always felt that especially in the first 25 years of my writing career, I am only expressing myself. Later, recognition, first in Turkey, then internationally, gave me the burden of representation and because Turkey is a troubled country, third world problems, free speech and all that, that gave me also a personal responsibility. Responsibility always kills the playful mode of writing fiction and inventing. That, in fact, in the last 20 years, my inner demons my problem is fighting the burden of responsibility and trying not to lose the child in me who writes all this fiction. So it's a constant struggle that I don't take them being importantly, I don't take it seriously, but it is a fate, I accept it, I fight back. Then also it means that I'm so privileged and I have to honor my responsibility, and I'll try to do my best. I never wrote to be important. In fact, I don't, although in Turkey and internationally I'm found to be a political writer. In fact, initially, by heart, I'm not a political person. I'd rather write a beautiful sentence, a beautiful page disregarding politics. It all happened. Perhaps my books are loved by people. I'm also grateful for that. In the end, it's a social responsibility. My readers gave me this joy of being read, and the consequence of it is this importance, which I try to approach with some irony, with some distance. I don't take my importance seriously.
Mr. Rector, we are very busy at the West University of Timișoara, if I may say so. These are some very special days, as I said. Can you tell us a bit more about the context of these days? What is going on? Why is Orhan Pamuk here? What are we doing? What is the University of Timișoara doing these days?
This year is truly a very busy year for Timișoara, and so is for West University of Timișoara, who is a very important member of local community. In this year, everybody knows Timișoara are the European capital of the culture, and have a big cultural program. So is for our university, because we have our own list with cultural event. Of course, we are a scientific agora for the society, and that's why we have events, cultural events, educational events, research events, but very important for us, like university, is our cultural program. At UVT, culture is the capital, the name of this program, and now it's a very special event. Last year we promised to the community we will bring here in Timișoara at West University 3 Nobel Prize winners. We will be 5 Nobel Prize winners this year here in Timișoara, and the list was opened by Mr. Pamuk in the new concept Nobel at UVT. It was a very nice conference yesterday evening with a full aula and so many people in online it was, and I think it was the best event for Timișoara in the last years. We are very glad because we couldn't do that. Thank you very much, Mr. Pamuk. He was part of our and he is part of our project. Thank you very much.
I also enjoyed expressing myself. Thank you.
The West University of Timișoara, Mr. Rector said, we are trying to bring in a way models, right? Like intellectuals that can actually inspire the society. It's a statement. We are trying to offer these models in a world in which maybe literature is marginalized. I mean, you are a professor as well, right? In the United States at a very important university. You have encountered numerous students and academic stuff and so on and so forth. What do you think? Is literature marginalized in this post-modern world?
I disagree. Literature is not marginalized. Perhaps literature is, communication through literature is perhaps changing shapes. Perhaps there is more internet, more digital communication, but that doesn't change the importance of texts. First, we have to acknowledge the fact that literature is based on a very simple thing: a paper, a pencil, and a human hand. Not even a typewriter or a computer. That the desire for a human being to express, write sentences will never vanish. That humanity will continue to express itself through texts. Maybe the images are also getting more important, but it is impossible to make the desire to write and to share with others. That will never vanish. In the last 100 years, art of the novel or the form of the novel marginalize other forms of literature, poetry, drama, perhaps essays, and other forms of literature had been pushed, and more important form of literature in the last 100 years are novels. Novels continue to survive. Just ask the publishers, although they complain, their numbers are getting higher and higher. That I am convinced that writing things on paper and expecting that others read it is a part of human nature, and it is unstoppable. It will continue. Perhaps waves of communicating it, internet, digital, this or that, but words and writing will survive, and literature is now communicating through the form of, most commonly through the form of novels, and as long as there is humanity, there will be a desire to write, a desire to express with writing, and there will be people who are eager to read what you wrote, no matter what the form and way of communication is.
I can only hope that, I don't know, maybe Timișoara is going to become a sub-chapter in one of your future novels. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Mr.
much.
Pamuk. Thank you so much, Mr. Rector.
Thank you.
Vă mulțumesc și vouă că ați fost din nou alături de noi. Urmăriți desigur și celelalte producții UVT Media Hub. Cele bune și pe curând!